to take you guys through building this plant shelf by Taleco Gear. I have it all pulled out and ready here. The parts lined up. We're going to start with our A's and a couple other parts. It came nicely wrapped in this box. It did have styrofoam that I've removed so that we don't get styrofoam pieces all over. And it does come with the tools needed. The cat is not provided. I'm going to try and keep him out from helping us too much here. All right, so our A's here are going to go on the sides first. So they have little feet on the bottom, and you can see where they screw in. So I'm going to pop them in here. They are going to be, I'm going to show you the instructions. That is going to be this first part. The top lip is going to go up so that the grate is on the top. And you can see the A's are going to go on the sides. So they're going to go in here. So this is the part that has the holes closer together. That's where I'm going to start. I'm going to screw it in by hand mostly. Get it in tight. And then I'll use the wrench to tighten it the rest of the way. It doesn't have to be perfectly crazy tight. Once you add the top parts, it will help stabilize it. I'm going to put them in here. Add it in, screw it in. And then just zip it in the rest of the way with this hex wrench. And what is nice about this one, you can't see and we don't need it for this, but it does have a little Phillips on the other side. All right, so I got those in. I'm gonna put the other in first, and then I'll put the B and C. So I'm gonna finish the A's on this side first. So these do go in quite nicely. Not too tough. You can feel that it goes in. Zip it in the hole. Just a little bit. And tighten it in. So this gives us our first edges. But then it tells us we also need, where there's the two holes close, go 2 C's and then 2 tall B's. So I got my C's here. These are going to go, set it up this way with the short hole towards the bottom, because that's where this little shelf is going to come from. So I'm going to flip this on the side, and I am going to do these two. Put it in. And then we're going to put the other one in here on the bottom. So I'm going to move this guy around. Like I said, they don't have to be perfectly tight. It'll work out once I put the other part on. I'm going to tighten this. And then we need to put our taller B's on over here. So here's our tall B's that are going on that part. So same thing, that lower one goes down because that's where that little shelf goes. All right, so we're gonna put these in here. I'm gonna quickly get them in. So super simple assembly. It just takes a little bit of time spinning them around, but nothing too difficult here. Get this one ready, flip it back, and just keep rotating it back and forth. Makes it a little bit easier to install it. Okay. Now we just got some shelf to put in and add our second little height, our second little tier. Okay, so we got all of our posts in. Now we are going to add the short little shelf. Oop, I knocked the bottom off of here. No big deal, we're just gonna pop that back in. I rubbed it on the carpet, my bad. All right, so that goes in there. Now we need one of our shelves on the bottom here. Let's see. That is F. This is G. Apologize, the other cat's visiting us now. So this is going to slide down here and we're going to put them in. So I'm going to wiggle it in a little bit. And this is where it's helpful if they're not too tight yet, because these can move a little bit. Get them in. I'm actually going to rotate this. It's going to fit in a little better. Okay. So I'm going to get some screws ready. I'm going to put it in here so I can line it up and get it to stay a little bit. And just partially screw it in a little bit here. Line this one up. Make sure it's in that hole. Get these lined up first, and then I will tighten them once I get them all started. Just to make sure I get it lined up first, because sometimes if you tighten it too much, too soon, it's not going to work. Or you're going to have a lot more difficulty. I'm going to rotate this here. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Now we got it on. So now I can just go through and tighten each of these really quick. Tighten it. Tighten the back one. And I'm just going to tighten these. So this will bring us back in and adjust it so it fits right. You see it's tightening that little gap right up, so you don't got to worry about it. It'll all adjust once you go through and tighten it. Bring this around here. And tighten that up. So we got that lower level shelf down. Okay. So we got the lower one. Now we need to do this upper F. So that is going to be the shelf that is going to go up here. So that's this. Let me turn it back around so it matches the instructions. And we got F. So here's F. I'll put it back around this way for you. Okay. this up. So this one, you can see the edge is going to be this outer side. This is where you're going to screw it in. So this one will go on the top. These guys are a little bent out. There we go. And then this is going to line up here. I'm just going to tweak these guys in a little bit. Okay. So these guys are going to pop out. And this is going to go in the top here. So these are going to line up this way. So put this in first. So these are going to kind of go here. I'm going to line one in here. Line the other one in here. Get them started. Because then they can just push back a little bit. And I can line up this end if I look from the top. And the same over here. And make sure the little hole is lined up. And we're just going to tighten them in. Nice and easy. Zip it around. There we go. Get these in here. And then tighten this last one in. So I'm going to hold it, tighten it this way, and then bring it down the rest of the way in. All right, there we go. Those are in. Now, we got our shelves. We're going to add our little shelf up here. Oh, sorry, we're on 5. We're going to add our little shelf. And then we'll add our other bars. So let's add our little shelf on this side. So these are both the same. So we are going to, same thing, kind of line them up first ahead of time. So we're going to go here. You can screw it in a little bit. If you lift it, you can see. I'm going to lift it, put it in the hole. Or you can look at it from the top, whichever one works better for you. Same with this one again, I can lift it. Make sure it's lined up in that hole. And then over here, lift it, line it up in that hole. So they're all lined up. So I'm gonna come through. Spin this down. Tighten the rest down. And then we just have 2 bars and a shelf left. So there we go. Now we just have to add these 2 height bars on this side, the D. That is coming over here. Here they are, the last 2 bars. So these are going to go RD so that they still look like the letter D. And then I'm going to tighten this one up here. There we go. One more rail to add, same thing, D. Push it up through. Start to tighten it. Right as much with my fingers. a little bit with a wrench. All right, and then we just have to add our little shelf at the top. I'm gonna back it up a little bit here. Make sure you can still see our whole shelf there. And then I'm gonna stand to do this one. So this is our last H, and it's going to go up here. Same thing, you can kind of see if you look this way. You can line it up a little bit first. Screw it in a little. Actually loosen this a little bit because I got a little twisted. You want to be able to move it a little here. Okay. I'm going to put this opposite one in. Get it started. Get this one in, started. And then our last one is pretty ready to go. So then all we need to do is tighten these down. Them all in. And there we go. And there are our shelves. So let me get this tight in here. All right, and we have, they're all together. We have an extra screw in case one of them runs away on you, or if you have something like a cat that takes one while you're trying to put everything together. I'm just going to put these away in my little baggie here, and then I'm going to turn this back around so this matches your original instructions. We got that there, and now I have this nice little plant stand, or really anything else that you want to put on it. So let me show you here. Can add all sorts of little decorations here. A little cactus. Spruce things up a little bit here. And then we have this nice stand. So I can fit lots of other plants on here. Soon I'll be having my starter seeds, which I don't have out yet. But this will be a great spot for it because I can really fit a lot on here to get everything started. So there we go. There is our easy plant stand, and it is super light. As you saw, it's really easy to move around, so it's not cumbersome if you need to change rooms or move it to a place that has better lighting. All right, I hope this was helpful. Enjoy. I want to just give you a quick other option here too. Just shows your different plants you can put on, lots of different shelving options. Add your crafts, different art that you can put on there, and all sorts of different ways to put all your plants and decor in one place.